Attorney General Merrick Garland today at the Justice Department, opening a new front in the battle over voting rights in this country. It comes as Republicans in nearly every state are now pushing new restrictions to make it harder to cast a ballot. For more on this bill and what it all means, I'm joined by senior Washington reporter Devin Dwyer. Hey, Devin.
Hey, Juju.
Well, why is the Justice Department bringing this lawsuit now, and just how significant is it?
Yeah, it's really significant, Juju. This lawsuit against the state of Georgia is the biggest civil rights enforcement action the federal government has taken against a state in years, and it sends a clear message that the Biden administration is now going to go on offense to ensure equal access to the ballot, and it zeroes in on these specific provisions that Georgia Republicans have put into law targeting absentee ballots, voting by mail. Here's what that law says. It's SB 202. It bans the unsolicited mailing of applications for mail ballots, shortens the ballot request period in that state, adds an ID requirement. You now have to put your driver's license number on the form. It also is reducing the number of drop boxes for ballots in Metro Atlanta, which of course is home to the largest black voting age population in Georgia. The Justice Department says you look at that list, some of those in a vacuum might seem reasonable, but this didn't happen in a vacuum. And the lawsuit says that Georgia Republicans explicitly intended to target black voters with those rules because there was that huge surge in black voter participation just in the last election. Now, Georgia's Republican governor, Juju, Brian Kemp, said today he's going to fight this in court. He says this was born out of lies and misinformation. He says President Biden's weaponizing the Justice Department. He's going to push back. But in any case, it will be up to federal courts soon to decide whether these amount to racial discrimination and whether they can stand.
And it really does set the stage for a federal oversight versus all of these states. And yet you mentioned the Supreme Court. All of this comes just days before we may get a Supreme Court decision that could have a significant impact on all this.
Yeah, this is extraordinary timing that this lawsuit has come out right now, because next week, Juju, in a major case out of the state of Arizona, the Supreme Court is expected to lay out a standard for how to decide when a state voting rule violates the Voting Rights Act. That's the law we're talking about here. It says any state rule that results in the denial or abridgment of the right to vote on account of race is illegal. So what's the standard of proof you have to show if you're going to challenge a state voting law? Well, what the justices say next week will be hugely significant towards that test. It will impact how the Justice Department takes on Georgia. Could it make it harder for them to take on the state? We will see, and we'll be watching that right here, Juju.
And we'll be hearing from you next week, no doubt. Devin Dwyer, thanks for everything.
Thanks, Juju.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.